How's it going, Ahmarean? Good to see you again. It seemed like you had a really great bowl game.
Yes,
How do you? How tough is it to kind of carry that over into this season? But also, how much of an opportunity is that to show what you really can do coming off that good bowl game?
It was a huge opportunity for me. Still thank the coaches for giving me that opportunity. I think that was a huge step coming in to the fall and also to the spring. I had a good spring as well. And I just think I was just trying to build off that and just continue to show everybody what I can do, continue to help the team in any way possible.
Center, Ben.
Ahmarean, kind of to that end, I mean, obviously when you had the bowl game you did to cap off the year, I guess just maybe it's a little cliche, but I guess how much confidence did that give you going into the offseason? Is there something we said about, I guess, finishing the season on a high note kind of thing?
That was a huge boost for me of confidence. I didn't really play that much during the season. I did get a lot of gunner work, which helped me out a lot. Being on the field, just being out there a little bit. That gave me huge confidence in myself, huge confidence in this team, just showing them that I can be an asset as well, whether that's special teams or doing things on offense. So I think it was huge getting the ball in my hands a little bit, just showing what I can do. And that just helped me, throughout the spring and now throughout the fall, having that confidence, being on the field and, showing what I can do.
Stay the center, Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah Holloway, new at the State. Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Going off of that a little bit, where do you see yourself kind of in the upcoming season, fitting in on the field? You mentioned, of course, offense and special teams being possibilities, but I guess how much, based on right now, how much do you feel you can do, I guess, on either side or on either, in either phases of the game?
Yeah, I feel like I can do a lot. Stretch the field, whether that's vertical or horizontal. I can block for my teammates in a bowl game. I know people showed a lot of the clips of me blocking for Juju on the little screen, but I think any way possible, whatever the coaches need me to do, I'm here for. I don't ever question them or second guess anything. I'm here for the team. That's first and foremost. And I just think that, whatever I'm at on the field, I know I'm going to, do my best and, show everybody and show the coaches what I can do. And I'm going to go hard at it. And hopefully, I get to, do some things this year and, light up the stadium a little bit.
To your right, Colin.
Maybe just how different is this wide receiver room compared to what it was maybe even 4 months ago or a year ago at this time?
Oh, yeah. Before, we had a lot of great guys. I think now that, we got a few transfers and freshmen in, a lot of people talk about it. This room is special. We're about 9, 10 deep. Like it's special, man. Everybody in that receiver room can do something, whether that's freshmen or transfers or newcomers. Everybody has showed something during the spring and fall, and I just think that that receiver room is going to be a huge surprise for everyone this year.
Ahmarean, you mentioned earlier you didn't get a whole lot of run last year. Were you surprised by that, and what did you feel like you needed to improve on to position yourself better for more snaps this year?
No, I wasn't surprised by it. I mean, to carry on, man, he worked his butt off, last season. Every chance he got, he did exactly what he needed to do. I was just there to back him up, if he needed my help or anything, or if I needed his help, we were there to just count off each other. Grateful for it, glad to be there for him and, everything that he's been through. I think that, me just personally just, working on things I need to work on, just being a better athlete, being a better person, being a better leader for this team. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Like I said, he worked his butt off for that opportunity, and I'm proud of him and everything that he's done.
Go over to David.
Ahmarean, of course, coming from Tech and then setting all the records that you did, everyone always has to mention Calvin Johnson with you.
Right.
How much of a pressure or a compliment is that to live up to? Because, he's Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, I don't think it was pressure. Coming into it, to be honest, that wasn't on my mind at all. When the moment happened, I was, it was mind blowing. After I caught that last touchdown, I kind of got to the sideline and I kind of cried a little bit. It was a very emotional moment. That gave me like a lot of confidence in myself that I really didn't have at that moment. I don't think it was any pressure at all. Now I just hold myself much higher than I used to. I expect a lot more out of myself, and I'm just working every day just to get the best out of me and best out of my teammates each and every day.
Maybe where are they kind of playing you offensively right now, outside or more of the slot?
I think we're all mixing it around. I've been actually some of everywhere. We're all just trying to find our role, on the offense. And, I think everybody has kind of played every position. We're just trying to find out what everybody's best at.
I guess as you're here, I guess 4 or 5 practices in now, who are some of the guys both offensively and defensively that maybe caught your eye a little bit?
Ooh, we've had a lot of great practices. Like you said, that whole receiver group has been special. I can say from top to bottom, even freshmen like, Landon and DJ Black, it's been special. Even the older guys, on the offense, Juice, who just came in, he's special as well. Rucker, he has a lot of great talent as well. On the defense, all the guys that returned are playing their butts off. I mean, they're flying around. Yesterday, they had a great practice. They're flying around making plays. I think that, right now that the whole team has actually been pretty good. We just working off of each other and just all grinding together. It's been pretty amazing, to be honest.
Marion, a couple of things for you. The ESPNU documentary on y'all's practices is coming out tomorrow. Is that something you plan on watching, looking forward to?
Oh, yeah, I'll watch it. They might have catch some things that, we probably didn't know they were recording, and, probably some funny moments in there that we'll laugh about together. I mean, that's a huge opportunity for us to get this program out and, put a little spotlight on us. We're going to live up to the hype. We're going to live up to everything that people's talking about, and, we expect to have a great season.
Yeah, and what is the sentiment around you guys? Is that something y'all were excited about, something y'all were nervous about, and especially with the premiere tomorrow, is there any kind of talk about that?
We don't really look into it. I think that, everybody is focused on our goal. We just think that's, extras and, now we're happy for it. We want all of it, but we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on, getting 1% better each and every day. And, everybody's, getting 1% better with each other and, all together. And we're just focusing on that main goal, that's coming out week 1, beating Georgia State and, moving on.
Anything else for Mario?
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.